Come on, Wolfie, motivate them with a little call. There he comes. And give them help when they need it. You are allowed to take breaks from social media. So I've taken a year of a break away from social media, very minimal impact for me. And that was really as a memorial to my late father. It's now gone a year since he migrated to heaven. But also it was an experiment to see how I could take myself out of an equation whilst leading the new efforts of branding my team and what we do at the current place of work. So here's a few things I did learn. Number one, you are allowed to take breaks from social media. In fact, I strongly suggest it because it shows you that the end of the world isn't going to happen if you take a break from all that noise. Social media is just another tool, and how you use it is up to you. I think I've said before, like a knife can spread butter on a piece of toast, but it can also kill someone. It's just a tool. How you use it is up to you. So if you're worried about the things you miss from social media, if you're worried that you're not seen, if you're not on social media, don't. The people who really care about you will reach out and you will be in contact. And the people who truly matter in your day-to-day life will always be there. It's nice to reconnect with old friends and colleagues, of course, but it's not the end of the world. The second thing I learned is that, sometimes you think you're indispensable as leader, but the true test of a leader is how you can create kind of a team that can take care of its own. You need to put the right processes, procedures, and resources in place to make sure that your vision can be achieved without you necessarily being the one that does it all. So stop micromanaging, give people space, but give them resources. And every so often, come on, Wolfie, motivate them with a little call. There he comes. And give them help when they need it. And you will see that miraculous things can happen. Trust in your people, trust in your team. The other thing that I did learn, and this kind of resembles a little bit the conversations I used to have with my mother as a parent, and I see it now as a parent, and it kind of transcends into leadership. We used to tell my mom, "Hey mom, you don't love all your kids the same." And she used to take out her hand and she'll say, "Well, I do, because you see my fingers are not all the same, but I love them equally. I don't want to lose any of them." And the same is true for your team members. You really don't want to lose any of them. Now, I guess if you were to lose the pinky, it would have a different impact if you were to lose the thumb. But the pain would be equal, and you definitely don't want to lose any fingers. You love them all, but each one has its own function and each one has its own impact. So accept that in your team, that you will have people who are super amazing and they almost do things before you even had a chance to fully communicate them. They kind of read your mind because they've learned how you operate, and maybe they like how you operate and they are in complete sync with you. And then you have the other extreme of the the child that is troublesome, and you need to nurture that and give them a space sometimes if they're a teenager and they're screaming at you, and sometimes give them a hug if they're in pain and if you have the energy to do so as well. It's what I call the chameleon leader. I haven't had a chance to have a look to see if anything is written about that. You know, there's a lot about leadership and different types of leadership, but in reality we know that as a leader you do have to be a chameleon. Sometimes you have to blend in the environment, not be seen, to allow for your team to be seen by those above you so that they can get ahead. Sometimes the chameleon will react differently with one animal or tree than another. So chameleon leadership is about choosing your style of leadership depending on the situation. You will always have one that you always default to, but you don't have to be that one type of leader, like fully democratic or fully autocratic. Or you can choose in between. I do like shades of grey rather than the extreme ends of either complete darkness or light. Where is the light? There it is, through the trees. What do you think, Wolfie? Do you agree or disagree? He agrees that life is for sniffing. Off he goes. Get him, Wolfie, get him. Anyway, have a lovely day.